Good morning, everybody. I'm sitting here as a future healthcare professional of the International Federation of Medical Students Associations on behalf of the Health Working Group of YOUNGO. We have been here for almost 2 weeks to stress the importance of health regarding the current climate change negotiations. And we are not alone. We are here together with the World Medical Organization and the World Health Organization that stand behind us in our message. As we are not here to inherit the earth from our ancestors, but rather borrow it from our children, we feel the urge to speak on behalf of our future generations. We need ambitious and immediate climate actions that includes health. This Tuesday, you might have seen or even spoken to us during our action about the tremendous effect of climate change pollution on human health. We had fruitful conversation with several NGOs, country representatives, and with youth. But still, we notice that negotiations and stakeholders are more and more attentive to address health and health co-benefits in tackling climate change, but it is nearly enough. The question we did still receive most was, how is health related to climate change? Or sometimes even more aggressively, so what are you even doing here? As a medical student, as a future doctor, I've already seen the effect of climate change in our health systems. And although I'm quite happy that the floods didn't really flood over my country, which is below sea level, I am still worried about the unawareness and about health and climate change. We, as future health professionals, our working group, and future generations with me. So what the health? You might have noticed it in your own family, your grandparents sweating and complaining about the heat waves that are apparently occurring more. The fact is that with our changing climate, heat waves will take more and more lives and lead to more complaining of your grandparents. But it is not only about heat waves. Every year, thousands of people are killed by the extreme weather events, while the health of millions is undermined. The consequences of climate change can be seen in almost every aspect of health. Nutrition, allergies, cardiovascular disease, mental health issues, respiratory disease, direct physical injuries, and an increase of infectious disease. And I can probably go on with throwing all these medical terms on you, but I think you will not fully understand those. So just to summarize, climate change is a big disaster for health. And Mother Earth is generous, but when we push climate to the extent of natural disasters, we have to face the effect that it has on our human health. So for those who still think that it's only the healthcare sector, so we, who are concerned, a recent report of the climate change and health in the Nairobi network of the UNFCCC was published, on which the director of the adaptation program of the UNFCCC said that it clearly highlights the need of inclusion of the measures to protect human health. The report made it clear that while the risks and challenges are big, there are so many solutions to attack climate change and health. So therefore, we can no longer afford to ignore health in our negotiations, because we need to start implementing those solutions instead of just ignoring the subject and waving it away before it is too late. Yet, in current climate change negotiations, health is still being treated as a peripheral or still absent, despite its overarching relevance to many central issues. Health is poorly presented in the Paris Agreement and in the discussions about the implementations of the agreements in both Morocco and here in Bonn. This made this matter of a great urgency. Therefore, we strongly recommend the COP23 to include a Health Action Day, as was organized in the previous COP, to raise awareness about the implementations of climate change in health. We call yet again for immediate action to put health as a core subject of the UNFCCC, the negotiations and the national adaptation plans, and that youth, as part of the solutions, are engaged into the policy discussions to build a more sustainable, resilient and healthy future. Thank you.